Hello and welcome. I just wanna talk about the build and my experience on it, my thoughts, some those kind of stuff for a couple of minutes. Then I will let you just watch the clips. First of all, I'm playing as Slayer because I wanted to play with Cyclone. If you want to play with Flicker Strike, which is also a very strong option, if you like Flicker Strike, let's say, you can just go ahead and play Inquisitor Templar, which is also very strong. But you need to probably use Farol's Fur body armor. So keep that in mind. Because I'm playing Cyclone, I am using a rare chest with socketed attacks, has minus 15 mana cost. Because you need to make Cyclone have 0 mana cost, that's why. So that's the difference. Apart from that, so what is this build? We are using Voidforge, obviously, as the title says. It's a very underrated sword. It was like that every patch, probably. I bought mine for 30 chaos, maybe it is now cheaper, I don't know. You only wanted maybe 5 link for Ancestral War Chief setup. Maybe you can also put your buffs there and use Enlighten, maybe something like that, but I have 5 link totem. My main setup is on my chest, 6 linked. So I am using an Abyssus because Voidforge needs some flat physical, and Abyssus is the perfect choice for that. It is very cheap, like 5 chaos, good roll Abyssus. You want to get one with the least physical damage taken. It is 40, mine has 41. So that's what you should focus on, and after that critical multiplier. So it is a very cheap item. For jewelry, I'm using an amulet with flat physical, crit multi and life, something like that, with carry you all the way. They are like 50 chaos, maybe 60. If you want to put intelligence on it, then they are like 1 exalt maybe, because intelligence is a very important stat. I have intelligence on my ring. So if you don't have intelligence, make sure you put it on your amulet, but they are more expensive on amulet. So one of my ring has life, again flat physical, elemental damage with attacks and resist, and also intelligence. And my other ring has curse on it, elemental weakness. So Voidforge hits all kind of elements. It is random, so you want to penetrate everything. That's why elemental weakness is your best choice, and you can get it on your rings. So I bought mine from someone else, but you can also craft yours if you want. So these are the jewelry, and also belt. Belt is a Stygian wise with life, double resist and flask charge gain. You can go triple resist or another flask mode. Stygian wise is obviously your best choice, so you can also use an abyssal jewel in it, which also gives flat physical. Maybe intelligence if you still need it. Life, attack speed, those kind of stats that you need. What else? Gloves. So you can start playing with 2 socket Tomb Fist, which is like 30 chaos in highest league right now, very cheap. You want to put in a Murderous Eye Jewel and a Searching Eye Jewel to get those buffs it gives. If you put Murderous Eye Jewel, you will intimidate the enemies, which means 10% increased damage taken, which is a very good DPS buff. And the other one is Searching Eye Jewel for maim, so the monsters will be slower. Once you get Awakened Metaphysical support champ, that has 10% chance to intimidate, so you don't need Tomb Fist anymore. Then I just switched to a rare gloves, which has 25% physical damage converted to cold, and some flat physical, life, accuracy, I believe, those kind of stuff. So conversion is a very good choice, a very good option to increase your DPS, because Voidforge has flat physical on it, and you need to stack physical to get that 300 extra percentage extra damage on it. Just read the description, or maybe I will just put a picture on Voidforge on the screen. So that's why we are stacking physical, but the sword itself says that you cannot deal non-elemental damage, something like that. So all that rest of the physical damage on the weapon will be useless. So if you convert it to cold, maybe lightning, something else, then you can also hit with that damage apart from that 300%. So that's why conversion is a very good option to increase your DPS, which you will get from talent tree 40%, and also I have it on my gloves 25%, which makes 65%. You can also use maybe a Watcher's Eye with hatred cold conversion to cap that conversion if you want, which I don't have. I don't have a Watcher's Eye, but so you can just improve the build even more. I didn't even fully invest. So the total investment I made is approximately, I don't know, I will just make something out of my mind, but if I'm wrong I will just edit it on the video. It's probably less than 15 exalt, let's say, maybe 10, I don't know, but it is for sure less than 15 exalt. So let's call the build a medium budget. It is not high budget, it is not cheap, but it is medium budget. So you can buy a Battle Fate later on, a good Watcher's Eye, maybe better jewels. I don't know what else, but yeah, maybe an enchanted Abyssus if you can find it, with maybe a Cyclone enchant, or maybe some attack speed from Blood Rage, something like that. So yeah, you can even improve the build more and will achieve higher DPS. So let's talk about why I'm playing with Cyclone and what else you can play. I already mentioned Flicker Strike, which is also a very good option, and Inquisitor is also a very strong option. Cyclone is probably one of the easiest and best performing skills in the game as a league starter. So here is what I did. I just started with a Terminus Est sword and played Impale build physical. Then once I had the money, I transitioned into Voidforge. So that Terminus Est with again Abyssus and some random gear will carry you to tier 15, 16s really easily. You will just have a little weaker boss DPS because Terminus Est has less than 400 DPS, which is very low. But that setup will carry you through red maps. And then you can transition into this once you farm that 10 exalt maybe. And you will have better clear and more boss DPS. But ultimately in the end, if you want to spend more, I actually advise you to transition back into Impale if you have that like maybe 30 exalt, 40 exalt budget, because Impale will eventually beat the Voidforge easily, because it is the king of melees, unfortunately. But maybe if you play Inquisitor, things are different. Maybe, I don't know, I didn't play with Path of Building that much, but Inquisitor maybe has a better DPS because of that global penetration. And apart from Cyclone, so here's something to mention. So for map clear, Cyclone is obviously very good if you don't want Flicker Strike. So because we are using two different two-handed, not two-handed, 6 links, which one of is on Voidforge and one is on the body armor. So you can actually make a separate 6 link for boss DPS, because Cyclone isn't the best for elemental builds. It is, yes, good on Impale, but not on elemental builds, unfortunately. So actually Heavy Strike is a very powerful single target option, and it has also threshold jewels, which you can probably get 2, I believe. It is limited to 2, if I remember correctly. It also gives some double damage. So that Heavy Strike in the end will hit a lot harder compared to Cyclone for single target. So if you want to stick with Voidforge all the way through, you can go for a 6-link Heavy Strike on your weapon. So that's also another option. So I believe that's it. And one last thing, I also have a clip at the end with a support on my side. So if you have a friend who wants to play support, this build is way better. Becomes way better. So maybe you have some friends who wants to play support, maybe you want to party, so then this is a very good build for you. So even as a single player, it's a very good build. It can clear everything. I have boss videos, including Cyrus, everything in this video. But if you have a Aurabot friend, this build will become 10 out of 10. That's what I'm saying. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, I probably can answer easily in game, but I don't share my account on the description. But you can find my profile on PoE Ninja. I'm rank 1 right now, so it is very easy to find me. If you type Slayer and Voidforge, you can find me easily. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.